Alright, welcome back everybody. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching again. Second episode here, we're going to do some sanding work. We're going to sand down this whole rear quarter panel and find out how bad some of the spots are. But before we do that, I have to take off my wheel well trim and grind off the screws that are holding it because they're rusted pretty bad. So take off the wheel well trim. In order to do that, I'm going to take off my tire, my rim there, and get behind and get those screws out. And then after that, I'll start sanding. I'll cut to a time-lapse video of me sanding. And then after that, we will take a closer look at some of the areas that are a little concerning. Alright, so let's get to it here. My gloves here. Got some safety glasses, plug in my Dremel, and get to work on those screws. Now, I know that this area is just, it's not going to be good, because whenever it rained, wherever this car was, you know, that rain would just come down and it would sit in between this trim, and then just pretty much eat away, you know, at the metal, just rust. So I got a feeling that this whole area here is not going to be very good. So we will find out how bad, and we will find out what I need to do after when we figure that out. Alright, I got some light here. We'll take off this real quick. I'm going to take off this so I can actually get my big head back there and see what I'm doing. That took forever. Perfect. Put that aside. Alright, so my car right now is currently on jacks. Front and rear is sitting on jacks, so it's pretty solid. So I don't have to worry about going anywhere. If you're going to get under your car, make sure that it is safe to do so. So, I got it on jacks. I think it's safe. Like I said, she ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to get behind there with my Dremel. Let's see. Power. Alright, let's see if I can actually see anything back here. Alright. I got one. I got two. I've got three. Three screws that just won't go anywhere. The heads are all rusted. So, we're going to see if this will do the trick. Let's see how this goes. Perfect. Probably have to tap it out somehow. Does it stay anywhere? That might be dark right there. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. There, perfect. Just looks like someone did some of their own little work down here. Oh. What if I just grind the head off here? Gonna shoot sparks at me. My back one's a little too hard to get to, and I think this one might be pretty much gone too, so if I could just grind away at that, I think I'll be good. And I'll use a little hammer and a little chisel to get it to break loose, hopefully. I don't want to do too much damage to the wheel well trim, because maybe I might want to use it. We'll see. It's in pretty good shape. Just needs to be polished. It should be good as new. And then I'll just find some way to mount it to the car without having the screws rust. So let's see if I got any chisels for that. Perfect. Alright, let's see if we can get this. She is definitely not gonna let go. Well, there goes my blade. and that's why we wear protection. So that's gone. Yeah, that's tons of fun. Alright. I guess we're back to this. Alright, let's see if I got any pliers. Screwdrivers. Some pliers here. Alright. So that took a lot longer than I expected. And yeah, there goes the screw. Alright, finally. Like 10 minutes later, I've got my wheel well trim out. Alright. Woo. Yeah. Not great. Alright. Like I said, I was going to cut to a time lapse when I start sanding. But I'm going to bring you in real close so you can see how bad this wheel well lip is. You can also see how much rust came off too. So let's go take a closer look here. Alright. Okay. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's rusted through there, there, and there, and there. And if you look behind, it almost looks like someone riveted some sheet metal on the bottom and then covered it up with filler. And it looks like that might have happened over here too. Hold on, I'll get the light out of your guys' eyes. So that's not good either. Alright. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be working with, I guess. Not the greatest, but I think I can work with that. So I'm gonna cut to a time lapse of sanding this down, and then I'm gonna shoot it with some primer as well. And that's gonna be tons of fun. I've already had way too much fun with the wheel well trim. Wow. Alright. So I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. Alright. Well, just got done sanding half of this. It's taking quite a while. But I also got to some very interesting parts that I'm gonna show with everyone here. So as I was sanding, I found a patch. Looks like someone riveted in this patch, and then used like filler and kind of went over it. And then you can see I went over a couple spots where it was actually rusted through. So I'll take a closer look here. Right, you can see someone used some rivets to rivet in a piece of metal, and like I said, they used some like filler to go in there. You can see it's pretty rusted too. I don't know if that's the patch or if that's the actual car that's rusted back there, but it looks like this patch is probably shot too. So not knocking anyone who wants to do that and then cover it up, but that's not something I want to do. But if it works for someone, I guess, you know. I got some spots that rusted through here. There's a big hole there. Metal's kind of different right here. I wonder if this is where the factory welded in the rocker panel. I don't know yet. And then you can see the lip is just, it's pretty bad. Pretty much the whole thing, even when I haven't hit it yet. So yeah. But I mean, everything else is really good so far. Body lines are awesome. It's just that patch, and I'm guessing that there's probably going to be a patch right here too. I could see some rivets behind. So yeah, that's tons of fun. Put your back. I just can't do it today. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna cut back to a time lapse and continue sanding. Alright, so just got done sanding this whole thing. Tons of fun. Yeah, tons of fun. Took a while, won't lie. And I found more than I was expecting, I guess you could say. I knew that I was going to have, you know, rust around the wheel well, but I didn't expect to find two patches on one side. I found the first patch, I was like, oh, okay. But then I found a second patch and just realized how bad that this panel really is. So we've got the patch here, you know, we've got some rust down here, and I'll get you closer in just a little bit. Got the rust around the wheel well. I got the second patch, and then it looks like there was a dent here, and they did some type of method to pull it out, and then they used filler to go over it to kind of smooth it out. And when I sanded it down, I've got this area, and it actually goes above this body line here, so there's some dents up here too. I figured that if I found any damage that was repaired or whatever, hopefully it would be below this body line. Because if anything, I can get a new panel and either do the whole thing, or it would be better if I could just do, you know, below this body line. But it is above it, right on it, so I'm gonna say that I'm gonna need a new body panel for this area for sure. Wasn't expecting that, but it is an old car, and you you're never really sure what you're gonna find. So that's what I found. I was gonna spray this with primer to keep it from rusting, get surface rust. I think I'm still gonna do that, even though I'm not gonna keep it. I still want to do things partly right, you know what I'm saying? So I want to spray primer on this. The next time you see it, it'll be black primer. And then this whole panel is going to have to go. And I'll get you a closer look here. Let's see if I can do this without dropping it. There we go. All right. So like I said, we got that patch. I think I showed you guys this before. Rust through there. The inside, you can still see there's filler and looks like rivets still there too. And that might be original car back there, but it's all rusted. And then the wheel well. And then we got the second patch. Not really what I wanted to find. I'm not really sure what's going on back here. Not sure. Original car there, but I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, so you can see the rivets where the patch is. I didn't really go all the way down to the bottom. I kind of understand what's going on here. And then like I said before, I don't know if I'll be able to see it with the camera or not, but looks like they drilled like little holes or something and pulled out the dent, and then I can feel it right here as well. Yeah, not cool, but that's what I sanded it down to find out what's going on. I want to know what I'm going to be dealing with, and that's the best way to find out. Sand it down, find out what's going on. If you're doing this on your own car, you might not find any of this stuff, if you're lucky. If you're unlucky like me, I've got that, and I've got that, and this, and then the wheel well. I have to admit, when I first started over here, I was really liking the bare metal look. I think that's really cool. The sanded bare metal, whatever, I think it looks pretty sweet. But then when you get down here and you start seeing those patches, it's like, And if you were doing something like this and you had a rugged car that you didn't care about, if it looked like this with patches, kind of like a Mad Max kind of thing, I think that'd be pretty cool to have like a little show car or whatever, even though it's beat up or patches or whatever. As long as you made the patches look decent, it would be pretty cool to have, little patches here and there for whatever. But I don't want to have patches, and I kind of want to have a nice panel. So I'm gonna go look and see if I can find a quarter panel for the passenger side here. I'm probably gonna do the driver's side as well and see how bad that is. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you want to see the other side? It's pretty much just going to be a time lapse of the other side. But then, if I find patches or whatever, I'll know that I have to replace the other side as well. But please like and subscribe if you like the journey with me and like finding what I find out. I guess that could be kind of fun. Thanks again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.